I love my serums and essences. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. I'm Bridget Yong, and today we're going to be discussing one of my favorite topics in the entire world, Korean skincare. So stick around to see how to customize your own routine. Thanks! And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, because I'm a new YouTuber and I need some more subscribers. So make sure to do that. Thanks! And let the video begin! Korean skincare. Possibly one of the most misunderstood aspects of beauty within current things that are trending. I'm here today to give you a basic overview of the topic and to give you tips on how to create your own customized routine without the help of an esthetician or a dermatologist or whatever. That being said, visiting a dermatologist or an esthetician prior to creating a skincare routine is probably a really good idea as long as you can afford it. But if not, this video will give you some great steps to try to help combat your skin concerns on your own and for a low price. So let's get started! At the most basic level, Korean skincare is skincare products made in Korea. Korean skincare can also be a term used to describe a way of applying skincare, which is of course most well known as the 10-step Korean skincare routine. Now here are two myths that I'd like to debunk. That one, you have to use Korean skincare in order for your skincare routine to be effective or good. A lot of Korean skincare products are good, and this is because the demand for skincare is much higher in Korea than it is in Europe and the USA. Because of this, companies have to satisfy a much more picky client. And so you can go to the drugstore in Korea and find products that are going to be effective or on a similar level as a high-end American or European product. And of course, this is a generalized statement. Second myth I'd like to debunk is that you absolutely have to follow every single step in this routine in order to get good skin. Applying Korean skincare is a way to assist your skin, but if you have severe acne or some other sort of skin issues that are more severe, a skincare routine is not going to completely combat that. You're going to have to, again, visit either a dermatologist or an esthetician. At its core, Korean skincare is about the method in which you apply your products, which at the root is about moisturization. The reason why the 10-step skincare routine has become so huge and just blown up is because it's all about adding layers of moisture to the skin. Moisturization tends to be the root cause of a lot of skincare issues. For example, my skin is oily, and even though I have an excess of oil, by applying multiple products that give my skin non-oily moisture, my skin becomes more balanced and in turn tends to look really nice and feel really nice. In all my years of doing Korean skincare, I haven't seen results that are over the moon per se, but it definitely has helped regulate my oil. What it hasn't been able to do for me is get rid of my nose pores, which I don't know if they pick up on camera, and also milia. And I think this is because, again, these are slightly more severe issues that you would need to be addressed by an esthetician or a dermatologist. With that being said, there's a lot you can do on your own, and I'm here to show you how to research products to make sure they're great for you and your skin, and they can get you as close to your desired skin results as possible. The first thing you want to think about before getting into any kind of skincare routine as a whole is what sort of skin type do you have, because this is going to have a huge impact on what sort of products you are going to buy. There's 4 major skin types. The first is oily, which is categorized by an overproduction of sebum. It tends to also be characterized by enlarged pores. This skin type tends to also be prone to acne, blackheads, whiteheads, etc. The second major skin type is dry skin, and this tends to be characterized by an underproduction of sebum. This skin type also tends to be a little bit flaky, and it also is characterized by having smaller pores. Those who have dry skin may also feel that their skin is quite tight. The next skin type is combination skin, which is of course a combination of oily skin, oftentimes in the T-zone, and then dryness or flakiness on the outer parts of the face. The last skin type, of course, is normal skin, and this tends to be characterized by being well balanced, not too much sebum, not too little. There tends to be a little bit of oiliness on the T-zone, but not an excessive amount. The skin tends to be smooth, relatively small pores, again, like I said, well balanced. So depending on your skin type, you're going to want to do a lot of research to figure out which sort of products, chemicals, and things are going to be good for you. Now, the next thing I'd like to talk about is ingredients. Depending on what your skincare goals are, you're going to want to choose products with different sorts of ingredients. Now, be careful here because Korean skincare, of course, is a business, and certain products are going to be promoted and hyped up to these crazy heights, which they really aren't. By using a blackberry scrub, you're not going to just miraculously have perfect skin overnight. By applying snail secretion onto your face, it's not going to magically get rid of all of your pore and acne problems and wrinkles. The best thing you can do to protect your skin and prevent anti-aging is to apply sunscreen. Literally every day, do not go outside without applying your sunscreen if you want to prevent anti-aging. It's also going to help prevent against skin cancer and spots and little things like that. So make sure to apply your sunscreen. However, even though a lot of products tend to be overhyped or ingredients glorified to gargantuan degrees, it's still important to be familiar with them just so you know exactly what you're getting out of your product. For example, a really common ingredient that's been hyped lately in Korean skincare is Centella, but there is clinical evidence to show that this is a beneficial product to use on your skin. It has lots of anti-aging properties, healing properties, etc. However, there is a lot of contradictory information out there, so just be aware so that you don't get too confused because it can be a lot to handle at once. The way I researched my products was simple: by either YouTube or Google, reading reviews, reading esthetician approved blog posts, etc. Just kind of go in there and do your Google foo, as some people say. Another step you're going to want to take to make sure you get the best out of your routine is to research ingredients. Now, this is extremely important. Oftentimes, even though skincare items are sold and approved or whatever, there can be harmful ingredients in them. You're going to want to research the ingredients of any skincare item you may be interested in on either COSDNA or the EWG. These websites allow you to see ingredients and their different ratings on a scale of 1 to 10. And depending on where they fall, this will tell you how harmful they may be. By copying and pasting the ingredients of any skincare item onto these websites, you're going to be able to see whether there are harmful or potentially hazardous ingredients within the products. So without further ado, let's get into my skincare routine, and I'll walk you through how I apply my products and why I decided to choose them. Let's go! The first thing you want to do before getting into any product application is to make sure that your hair is pulled back away from your face. The first step to any skincare routine is, of course, washing your face. If you're wearing makeup, you might want to remove it with something like the Banila Clean at Zero oil cleanser like I have here. And let me tell you, oil cleansers are the best. I never use makeup wipes. I never use any other stuff really besides this. But I'm not going to use this right now because it's morning. Because it's morning, I'm just going to use my Innisfree. What this is going to do is remove all of that excess sebum, all of the makeup that's mixed with the oil cleanser, and get rid of everything to make sure your skin is squeaky clean. I'm going to use one of these foam makers, they call them. This is from the Face Shop, and what this is going to do is just foam up the cleanser and make it easier to spread around the face. And make some suds! Let's get to sudsing! Make sure when you're doing this, you're being extremely gentle. I'm not pressing into my skin. I'm simply using very gentle circular motions and going over every part of my face. I'd probably spend about 30 seconds to 2 minutes rubbing the cleanser into your skin, and then once that's complete, you can wash it off. Now that I'm all rinsed off, let's pat our face dry. And again, be very gentle with this. Now that we're done cleansing, we can go in with a mask or exfoliator. This is going to remove the dead skin cells with little sugar particles, and this is going to remove them with a chemical. And what's going to start happening is these little flakes of skin are going to start coming off. Do you see? It's so weird. But it leaves your skin really smooth. It's going to allow your skin to be more shiny, and it's going to also create a smoother base for any makeup that you may apply. And then we're gonna wash this off. Oh, I love the feeling of freshly exfoliated skin. It's just, it makes you feel so clean. Next, I'm gonna go in with the BHA Blackhead Power Liquid, and I'm gonna apply this mostly on my nose and chin and forehead, my target areas. This product is known to help with blackheads or enlarged pores, and so that's why I use it. BHA is a known chemical ingredient that can help with any of those sorts of skin concerns. Now let's go in with a toner. I'm using the Klairs Supple Preparation Toner. What toner does is it brings the pH of your skin back to a neutral number. I believe it's around 6, because when you wash your face, it sort of like gets that number out of alignment. Now I'm going to go in with the Biotherapy First Essence, and the reason I like this product is because it has bifida ferment lysate, and I believe this also goes by the name of galactomyces, or at least it's a product that is comparable to that. And so they created essences and toners and certain skincare products with galactomyces in it to help with anti-aging. And so I always like to incorporate that into my skincare routine. Pat into the skin and the neck. Next, I'm going to go in with my Madagascar Centella Ampoule from Skin 1004. I got an Ampoule because it's a more concentrated product, so that Centella is going to be like very potent. Ooh, it's like a science project. Come to life! Pat on the face. And now I'm going to go in with my Iunik, I think that's how you I don't know how to pronounce the name of the company. Black Snail Restore Serum. And again, another buzz ingredient in Korean skincare is snail secretion. And this is going to help if you have oily skin or if you want some fine lines reduced. I think this also helps to prevent scarring. And so anyway, that's why I chose this serum. Oh, I just love the little squeeze bottle applicators because they're very sanitary and it makes getting the exact right amount of product out much easier. There's a lot of beneficial properties, but the reason why I was super interested in it is because it's going to supposedly make your skin more smooth. So let's apply it. There we go. And now if you'd like, you can apply eye cream. Now, eye cream is a highly debated skincare item. A lot of estheticians will say it's an unnecessary product. You can just use a moisturizer, and you'll find other people that argue differently. However, for the daytime, I don't use an eye cream. I just go in with my regular moisturizer. But if it's night, I use this Sulwhasoo eye cream. It's the Essential Rejuvenating Eye Cream EX. And Sulwhasoo's a really famous Korean skincare brand, and they're known for anti-aging and moisturizing. And here we have my two favorite moisturizers. This one's for night and this one's for day. This is the Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Cream, and this is the Iunik Centella Calming Gel Cream. Now, I love this cream. I couldn't rave more about it. And the reason why this is because it's very rich and moisturizing, but it's not oily. It doesn't make my skin oily. It just adds good nutrients to my skin. I'm always afraid of trying new moisturizers unless they're more of like a gel, because I find when they're not, it's just too rich. But for whatever reason, this cream is great. Sometimes I'll even use it in the day if I'm going after a look that I want to be a little more dewy or something. The Iunik Centella Calming Gel Cream is also a great product. I love it for daytime because it's light and of course it is a gel. And it does have the Centella in it too, so woo! Try to use patting motions as often as possible because that's the least abrasive to the skin. If it's nighttime, I'll apply my Sulwhasoo Overnight Vitalizing Mask EX. This product is really good. It's like a second moisturizer. That's what a night mask tends to be in Korean skincare. Some of the names are kind of weird, but again, Sulwhasoo is a really great company. They're known for using ginseng, which is a Korean herb they use a lot in teas, or it's a plant. So anyway, I really like this. I don't like to use a ton though because it can be a bit too rich sometimes, but you know, with a light hand it works for me. If you're dry, then like go ham with this. If it's the day, however, I'm going to apply my sunscreen, and this is the Purito Centella Green Level Unscented Sun SPF 50 plus PA plus 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 plus. This is my favorite sunscreen, and I wear it all the time. It's so comfortable, performs great under makeup. I really like it. And this video is not sponsored. At this point during my channel, I am not monetized, so me saying this is all the truth. Make sure you apply a good amount of sunscreen. I'm gonna do about that much because if you don't, it's not going to protect your skin from the sun. If you're new to skincare in general, you might be confused as to why I'd put sunscreen on every day, and that's simply because applying sunscreen daily is the best way to prevent anti-aging. If, say, like you don't want to invest a bunch of money into skincare and stuff, I would recommend to just buy sunscreen and apply that because that is going to do the most to prevent aging in your skin. And you're not really going to pat a sunscreen because it's just too thick, like it's not going to work. You have to rub it in, just be gentle. And now that our sunscreen's on, we're ready to go and take on the day. Oh! And that completes my beginner's guide to Korean skincare. Like I said before, I'm not an esthetician, but hopefully all of these tips have helped you to figure out exactly where you may like to start in your skincare journey. If you have any questions about Korean skincare, please comment below, even though I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer them entirely thoroughly because my specialty is really makeup, not so much skincare. But it's something I dabble in because, of course, as people always say, your skin is your canvas, and if your canvas isn't properly prepared, how are you going to be able to make a beautiful painting? Ooh! If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe! Oh, I have lots of fun videos in store! There's just so much more to explore on this YouTube channel. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!